Welcome to another modern gameplay. So today I'm bringing you Scapeshift. Now I know this deck is not new. As always, for some of the decks that I actually play, I want to see if this deck is viable. This deck has made its rounds and has finished top 2 of one of those SCG opens. The purpose of the deck is to cast Scapeshift when you have 6 mana or 7 mana, so you can fetch out Valakut and 6 other mountains. Now the mountains here, you are actually playing 12 mountains, so you need to be cognizant of the fact that you're only playing 12 mountains. You have 3 Triome, 4 Stomping Grounds, 4 Steam Vents, and a 1-off mountain right here, so that you can fetch it with Steve. And that being said, it can also win through Dryad of the Elysian Grove, which is quite awesome because you don't need to have 7 lands in place so that you can cast Scapeshift. You only need 6, to be honest, and then you can basically search for the 3 Valakuts. 9 times 6 is 30. 9 times 6, I believe, is 54, dealing 54 damage at one go. That being said, everything else revolves around that specific strategy. We have Lightning Bolts to pick up early threats alongside Fire and Ice. We have Wrenn and 6 to recur lands. We also have Growth Spiral to ramp, Steve to ramp, and for card draw, we have Expressive Iteration. For interaction, we also have Remens for counterspell decks and Dress Down. That being said, let's onto the sideboard. We have Flusterstorm against counterspell decks or Cascade decks. We also have Veil of Summer against counterspell decks. Force of Vigor for those Blood Moons, Hates, and Affinity. We also have Boseiju and Grafdigger's Cage. So Boseiju, again, is a catch-all, sort of, alongside Engineered Explosives. Again, a catch-all. When I say catch-all, this is basically to eliminate other artifact and non-artifact or artifact and enchantment type of hate. Land hate, Tron hate. We also have Grafdigger's Cage against Graveyard Evex. And Chalice of the Void, which is anti-red or those low to the ground or just basically Cascade decks. We're going to play first. We're against Jin 42. So this is a hand that we cannot keep. We're gonna mulligan this. There's too many lands and there's only one out. So this one we can keep. We're gonna keep this. Usually a bottom the card that we cannot cast closely. Arguably we can just say, what do you call this? Expressive Iteration is also not a great card for this specific keep. Black Red, DRC, and Bubble. Sure. It's been a while since I played against DRC. Yeah, this looks like Death Shadow, if I'm not mistaken. Sure. Does it matter? Don't think so. Just gonna leave those lands open. So you can either go Dryad next turn or go for Expressive Iteration. Totally depends on what's the play here. So there's 2 card types right here. I think they'll probably force a, what do you call this? Thoughtseize. That's a Kroxa. Do I remand this? Question becomes, I want a Growth Spiral. It's okay. Can take a card. Say no. Sure. I'm gonna discard the remand. For this specific deck, it doesn't make sense for me to keep the remands. I'm gonna take that damage. It's fine. Wrenn and 6. Super cool, but honestly, if I Expressive Iteration for a, what do you call this? Fetch land, that would be best. Not really where we want to be, but okay. Lightning Bolt for interaction, Rest Down on the bottom, and Valakut land drop, pass the turn. Where we wanted to see a, what do you call this? Okay, is this a Blood Moon effect? I don't think we fetched in a way we're in, or like we have a land drop that doesn't really matter too much for us. This is the time to Thoughtseize, honestly. Or next level play can then just dismember your Dragonslayer Channeler, but that's kind of stupid, honestly. Next turn, I will Expressive Iteration for a fetch land, hopefully, and then get the Wrenn 6 out. Take that 1 damage. That shadow, cool. Okay, we have, honestly, I can just Wrenn 6 right here, right? Wrenn 6, undo. Oh, no, not that. Wrenn 6. Trigger, discard, kill 1. You're gonna Lightning Bolt yourself? Nope. Okay, sounds good to me. Okay. Unholy Heats the Wrenn 6. Okay. Kind of bad for us because, I think that's wrong. I think they should have just, honestly, just flashback Kroxa. Unless they don't have, like, the lands for it. That's why they're Expressive Iterationing. That Shadow. Cool. I'm gonna class that Shadow here. 2, that Shadow, draw a card for the turn. Okay, so Expressive Iteration, I guess. Kind of like doing the Expressive Iteration here. Okay, Expressive to hand, Steam Vents to the bottom, Mysterian Forest to the top. So I can go land drop right here, shock, get a Dryad. They're down to 12, right? So I can not really worth doing anything here. So I could probably just go shoot this. Say yes. Then fetch, shoot this again. We'll go for a Triome, probably. Shoot you. Then from there, they can go. Then from there, maybe we can win next turn if we can go Sakura Tribe Elder and then Expressive Iteration land or fetch land. Expressive, try to fetch for that. What do you call this? I can go Mountain with my Sakura Tribe Elder. Okay, Scalding Tarn, fetch Shock, probably. Fetch Shock. Down to 9. They dismembered or Fatal Push. Fatal Push. Okay. That's 4. Okay. If I go 2 cards in and they can Croxa next turn. So I think the play here is to go Expressive Iteration. Okay. We win. That's Escape Shift right there. So Escape Shift, Growth Spiral, Land Drop. So I can go Land Drop Shock. And then go green, red, escape shift. Escape shift, sacrificing. You're down to 9. I'm just gonna sacrifice 3 cards. Just so. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just something like that. 4 cards. Yeah. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sure. 4 cards. Triome. Steam Vent, Stomping Ground. No 2 life. No 2 life. Shoot everyone to the face. Just to the face. All right. Sounds good to me. So against their deck, honestly, we just go Remand out. Then their deck is mostly one to cast stuff. So just put in some either Chalice of the Void on the play or just explosives on the draw. So I just go explosives. Here's my Veil of Summer. So it depends though. Are they playing Rakdos? Does it look like they're playing Rakdos what do you call this? Scam? Because they're playing Giganta as a what do you call this? As a board. So that means the dress down doesn't really carry that much weight with this specific type of matchup. And then I always put in the extra Boseiju just in case they go for those weird what do you call this, sideboard against us. Then I'm just gonna submit. When I say weird, I mean like what do you call it, Alpine Moon, because it's very easy for them to cast. So usually their deck is not really meant to go high in terms of the mana count. I think they are mostly fetch land and what do you call this. The reason why I say it's Alpine Moon is because I'm gonna keep this. Their deck cannot play Blood Moon because if it's Death Shadow, like what we saw a while ago, it's almost always going to be Shocklands. So I'm just gonna pass here. So if they go Thoughtseize, they'll probably take my Renin 6, in which case I'll probably go for Triome on my first turn. Here. Then I'm just gonna pass the turn for this position. And then from there I can go Boseiju, Ledger Shredder, sure. But they know I have a, what do you call this, right? A Lightning Bolt, right? I don't know why they did this. I'm just gonna Lightning Bolt here. Then cast a top land, a sure top land, which is a Valakut. So I'm gonna F6 then. So we took care of their early interactions. And they have Expressive here. In which case I can go, I don't want to give them a fetch, what do you call this? A target for their what do you call this? Fatal Push. So I'm just gonna pass the turn. I might put in a Stomping Ground just because they saw that. And I'm gonna shock it in. Maybe not the advisable thing to do. Maybe I can just go Boseiju, but I wanted to reserve Boseiju just in case. So they didn't shock, okay. Probably go for a Croxa. Interesting. Okay. I can sure. Okay. I'll say okay. I'll discard the Engineered Explosives because I have the Boseiju. Sure. Okay. 10. Pass the turn. Okay. I wonder what this is. Is this like Flusterstorm or Counterspell or Mana Leak? It's a Triome. On the off chance that it's a Mana Leak, I'm just gonna Boseiju. Then Renin 6. Is it Drowned in the Lock? It is Drowned in the Lock. Okay, interesting. They're down to 10. I'm worried about they're just gonna flash it back, right? Double red. Sad part that I got the other Boseiju. I wonder if I can stack it in the way we're in. So I want to cast Dryad here just because I don't want them to Croxa and get full value. So from what my understanding is that could I have just started with Dryad first and then cast the Renin 6? Maybe they could just wait for the Renin 6 then. Okay. They want to inform their decision. Okay, that's escape shift. Unfortunate. If this was a land, then it would have been better. Another land, not a Bosejo land. So, Unholy Heat. Okay. Unholy Heat, eh? I know they're gonna flashback Roxa anyway. So can I just escape shift here? Escape shift, sacrifice this, get a land? What land would I do though? Like fetch lands? I think I can do that. Escape shift. Probably go with fetch lands here. One Misty, one Scalding. Land drop. Pass the turn, go. Because I know next turn there will probably be Croxing. If I were them, that's my play. Would be the easiest way to win. Yeah, take 3 damage. 2 cards in their hand. That's a fetch land. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, go. 9, sure. Okay, down to 5. They brought their thing. Okay. This is an oops all spells. Okay. Let's see if they have the counter spells here. Escape shift. They got the drown. Okay. They got us. Let's go to game 3. So from this, maybe it's worth going for a Graph Digger's Cage. I said on the play, I'll probably go for Chalice of the Void. Because if I think about it, actually not really, because it's mostly 2 to cast, right? Their 1 to cast are, I don't think they're playing Ragavan as well. So not so great. Maybe remove this and get a Graph Digger's Cage like that. Kinda okay with that. Kinda okay. Veil of Summer as well. We're on the play, so I'm kinda okay with that. Kinda okay. Probably keep this. As I said, I don't want really to like mulligan heavy with a specific deck because I'm gonna fetch here, go for that Triome. Ooh, another Triome. Scalding Tarn, pass the turn. And from here, I'd just probably go for a Shock land, maybe. Depending. I think it's imperative that we get the lands that we need. So the reason why I'm not doing the alteration right here, because you have full value if you can land drop. That's a Ragavan. Sure. Fetch. Probably go for a Steam Vents. Yes, here's my Growth Spiral. Are you gonna go for Spell Pierce? Probably. I think that's usually their play. Shock to Spell Pierce. Sure. Nope. Okay, let's go for that iteration. Let's see if we can get a shot. That's a Renin 6. All the Triomes in the world. Okay, we don't want that. We just want extra value. Get that thing in play. Pass the turn. Go. Take that damage. Okay, they're just passing. I wonder if I go expense 5 cards. Impressive. Okay. Drawn and lock. Sure. This in. And then 6. Okay. Do you have another drawn in the lock? So, another drown. Okay. Got me. 6 go. Take 2. That's a lightning bolt. The lightning bolt that I really wanted. They can bolt my face. That's a Dryad. Timely Dryad. Cool. Bring back Giganta. Nice. That's a lightning bolt. Play this, say no. Here's my lightning bolt here. And pass my turn. Then from there, I can Triome. Shredder. Okay. Cycle. Ooh, escape shift. Nice. Growth Spiral. Land drop. Say no. Pass the turn. Perfect combo would be probably to get a Growth Spiral, land into a Veil. Take 1 damage down to 6. 1 card of their hand is a... Here's my Growth Spiral. Ooh, I think we can play that land. That's a Ren and 6. I think I can keep shift here. 1, 2, blue, blue, green, green, red. Keep shift. Good game. Yup. So I guess that wins us. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, just enough. 18 damage to our opponent. Nicely done, nicely done. 1 win for the good guys. Now on to the next one. Alright, we're on the draw. We're against Raytown Games. We're gonna keep this. I think this is okay. Then we'll go down to 6. That's a Tron land. Okay. Power. Mine. Expedition map. Sure. Let's go for a Triome. Kinda hard to play against this type of deck. Just probably try to outrace them and hopefully draw a couple of like, what do you call this? A couple of tutor casts. What is this? Chalice for 1. Okay. I'm gonna Growth Spiral here. A couple of remands. Okay, that sounds good. We'll shock this in, say yes. I'll put in a set stop here. Nice. Okay, that's Sakura Tribe Man. Okay, sounds good to me. Opponent made a mistake. Reshaper. Kinda okay with that. Okay. Also didn't have a threat at all. Growth Spiral. Okay. We don't have anything here. Probably go for another Fire and Ice after the fact. So let me go with Expressive Iteration. Or I can just go Steve. Go with Steve land drop so that I'm assured of like, what do you call this? A fetch Say no. So it totally depends on what they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the upkeep, I can just tap a land. Hopefully they don't Emrakul us or Ulamog us. Ice. Okay. Should have bolted them in response to Chalice. But I don't think I have the leeway to do that. I don't have the window for Thought Not Seer. I'm gonna take my escape shift. They go with expressive iteration. Yeah, they had to go with that. Okay, still gonna block. Sacrifice. Go for blue. Lightning Bolt, Scalding Tarn. Expressive iteration. Lightning Bolt, Scalding Tarn. Scalding Tarn and drop. Another expressive iteration. Probably go for you and you. Oof. Remand, dress down. Probably go for another remand. Remand or dress down. I don't want to show them the dress down. I take that damage. Take down to 8. That's a Karn. Okay. I'm going to remand that Karn. Get them to cast it again. Okay. Sounds good. 6 to cast. Cast the Karn and search for a. I'm just looking for another escape shift. Liquid metal coating, sure. Which would you coat? Upkeep, sure. Okay, let's escape shift. We win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say yes. Here's my thing. Escape shift. Blue, green. Escape shift. So 1. Sounds good. Okay. Sideboard time. Probably go for remand here is really MVP. Dress down's kinda meh, kinda okay. Lightning bolt also is kinda okay as well. Not great, but okay. So I can just go Force of Vigor come in. Excuse me. With Sage is really good. The 4 cards. I don't think Dress Down is relatively good, except for Thought Not Seers, which we remand anyway. We do remand. So usually I just board out Lightning Bolts because it's super bad against their deck. Yeah, that's how I would do it. There's an argument for me to board in couple of Cluster Storm, but I don't think that would be the case. Oof. I kind of saw this type of hand before. So since they're playing Tron Eldrazi, they could just also have Urza Saga. So I'm gonna keep this. Let's see what they kept. They didn't keep anything. Okay, sounds good. And drop Scalding Tarn, pass the turn. Totally depends on what they have here. They could have just gotten the Eldrazi side of the equation. Okay, what is this? Sacrifice, inscribe tablets, reveal the top card of your library, put a land from among them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library. Ram them, order them. Okay, sure. It just says if you didn't put a card from your hand this way, draw a card. Okay, it's kind of cool. It's like a more expensive Ancient Stirrings for this deck. It's an expressive iteration. It's an argument for me to just go get it, but I don't think we'll have any merit in we'll have anything fruitful to do. I'm just gonna conserve, show us, reveal us. Okay, what did they put into hand? A view, Urza's Mine. So they got the mine. Okay, sure. Urza's Mine. They got the mine. They can Thought Not here. Matter Shaper. Okay. Looks like they're gearing up for a beatdown plan. I think an expressive iteration is quite cool here. Okay, that's a dress down. I would probably go with, don't want to show them the vigor, but at this point I don't have a choice because I rather want to show them the vigor instead of the dress down. Or is it the other way around? The other way around. I can show them the dress down. 6 go. Yep, that's a dress down. Okay. Another. So they're really gearing up for that extra land, I guess. Okay, that's a Growth Spiral. I'll probably go for a expressive iteration first, digging for stuff. Hopefully just fetch land would be nice. Oh, they have a counter? Or no? No, they wouldn't. There's no land. Oof, that's a Renin 6 expressive iteration, right? Let's think about this. If I go Renin 6 instead of expressive iteration, probably cool. Unless I risk it. If I risk it, what's the worst thing that could happen? You won't be able to make it though. Yeah, Renin 6 to hand, expressive iteration bottom, Renin 6 out, land drop here. And I'm just gonna pass the turn because I do have another couple of escape shifts here. Renin 6 there, so we might be able to hit 6 mana as long as we don't get pressured. Our life total don't get pressured much. I think this is counter spell. Take 3, 6, down to 10. Second main, Expedition map, okay. They're gonna crack the map or search for that extra land. Tower comes in, 5 mana. That's a mountain right here. Draw a card for the turn. It's another remand. Here's my Renin 6. Here's my Scalding Tarn. Then drop the Scalding Tarn, and then I'll pass the turn with 2 Remans up and a Spiral. Not even sure if it's good enough. 4. Chalice for 2. Here's a Remand. Thought Not Seer. I think I could let that happen. Could just probably take a Remand. They'll force to attack here. If they don't, rather do another Remand. I need some lands though. Okay, it's a land. They attack me. Okay. Down to 3. Okay, not so bad. My Scalding Tarn. Here's my, they call this Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Land. Then blue, green, 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 green. So this is 1, 2, 6. Okay. Scape Shift. That's, yep, good game. Nicely done, nicely done. Although we weren't able to do our combo, which is destroy your lands and then just recur it with Renin 6 using Boseiju, we're able to pack it up. I have usually a very good win rate against Tron, so it's quite nice. Now on to the next one. Right. It's gonna is a 50-50 keep. Our opponent is, we don't know what their hand is, but if we're able to draw a fetch land, which we are running 9 obs or like 7 obs if I'm not mistaken, would probably be better. It's kind of iffy for me, so I'm gonna mulligan. We don't know what they're playing, so I have no choice but to keep this. We do have interaction, Valakuts, and all the colors that we have, so I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna bottom of Valakut. Yeah. They also mulligan down to 6. We're against Pathius 84. Oh, grief. Sure. Is this, what do you call this? Okay. Looks like we're playing against, I'm quite confused. They went with Terminate into, they just wanted to grief. Yeah, I'm just gonna bolt because the only reason why you do that is you have a Ragavan follow up. So yeah, I'm okay with that. From there, can just say no. They know we have 1 lightning bolt, so 3, 2 red, 3 fabled. Sure. Okay. Problem becomes if I start with a Valakut. Now I think I want to put in the Misty Rainforest first, because if they go Blood Moon, I can just basically fetch for a blue source. Plus we have a forest, so it's quite okay. And discard 2 cards. Let's see what they're discarding. Oh, it's land and terminate. Begin. Here's my bolt, I think. Or I can just ice. Redraw. Yeah, it's ice. I want to redraw. Okay, it's quite cool. That's a Blood Moon. Okay. That's Escape Shift. This is a land. And then from there, I can try to search for my removal for Blood Moon. This is the one that I wanted to Lightning Bolt. I'm just gonna take this damage. Sure. So this is Rakdos Scam. You have another one. Ooh, it's another Lightning Bolt. Don't mind if I do. Another Bolt. Don't mind if I do. Fury. They exiled another Fury. Here's my Remand. 2 for 1. I'll take that any day. Okay, this is a Expressive Iteration. Yeah, I think I know that the last card is a, what do you call this? Their last card is a, would it be safe for me to do so? Nah, I think I can wait. Also because, you know, I know they have Fury in hand. So I'm waiting for them to cash it in. Cash that treasure in. Maybe that treasure would have been, oh, terminate. Another Remand. I had a feeling that would be the case. Now I can do the Expressive Iteration. Ooh, okay, kind of cool. But also, if they draw a Remand, no, I like to go Dryad to hand, Scalding Tarn to the bottom, Renin 6, then cast the Renin 6, then bring back a Misty Rainforests. Back their Misty Rainforest, pass the turn. Let's see if they have it. Okay, they are just able to cast the thing. It's quite cool. Just cast it. That's fine. Target here. From here, I can Expressive Iteration. Oof. Cape Shift, Renin 6 Dryad. I think I can just go Renin 6 to my hand. Escape Shift to the bottom. Dryad in. Cast Dryad. It's gonna take 6 damage here. Okay, here we go. Sure. Gonna take 6. Take. It's a land, okay. So from here, oh, that's a Boseiju. Now I can win, right? Down to 19, 1 card in hand, and that's a recursion. Okay, let's do it. So green, all the way green. Cape Shift 6. So probably go for 2 Valakuts, 2 Triomes, 1 fetch land, or in case they have some weird thing, 1 Triome and a fetch land, which is Misty Rainforest. To the face. Yeah, I don't think their last card is a removal because they really wanted to like fury us a while ago. So that brought me to believe that they don't have like blood, what do you call this, removal. Okay, let's begin sideboarding time. Oh, they just quit the entire league. Wow. Really, was that it? No, false. I think there was just a slight glitch, so I'll probably go with a Boseiju, and then I think remands are kind of quite bad, or remands are great. Question mark. Probably go with remands are bad, and I would go with Veil. Dress down is relatively okay, I would probably say. And then yeah, lightning bolt seems cool to me. Yeah, just gonna run it back. Running it back. Oof. Very tough. I mean, the upside is that we don't get scammed here. Just gonna keep it. To Boseiju. They're just going to grief me blind. Yeah. So if they kept a hand of like a lot of disruption, they'll have a bad time. Okay. I don't quite get why they terminated here. I'm weirded out with that. Really weird for me. It's very nice. Okay. Just land dropping my way. Okay. Undying tactics. Sure. Probably go for, what do you call this, Triomes now, because they seem like they're not playing for. That's a Veil. Summer. Probably say yes. Can I take 8 damage here? Probably. Down to 8. Oh, that's a Dryad. From a Dryad, land drop Boseiju. I'll play that. Okay. They wanna deck Finn. Begin combat. Just gonna ice. Okay. That's a Blood Moon to play. Okay. Boseiju that. Oh wait. If I draw a burn spell, I think I can get away with it. Oh, I think we can get away with this. Here's my thing. Drop 1. Drop 2. Vault that in, say okay, vault that in, and I will split the damage with fire. Okay, say okay. Just says evoke, exalt whenever deals 4 damage. Yeah, there's nothing there. Yep. So opponent is on top deck mode. We are down to 6. Let's see what they top deck. Hopefully it's not that great. They go terminate then. Ooh, baby. Shoot you to the face. To the face. Yes. 11. Put you again to the face. Okay, the tables have turned. Opponent is down to 3 now. 1 lightning bolt from us wins the game. Plus we are insulated against, if it's not Fury, then we sort of win because we have the Veil of Summer. If it's Terminate, then we win. That's a Ragavan dash. Okay, Ragavan dashing. Okay, what did we top deck? Is it a land? It's a Dryad. Okay. Quite okay with that. Dryad comes in. Ragavan Dash goes back. Draw card. Valakut again to the face. Coolness. Goes to Jesus. Alright. That sounds good. 3-1. And, well, what's to say here? I feel like the opponent was too eager in doing the grief. I don't get why they have like those weird plays. I felt like the opponent's still just trying to figure out how to play the deck. But that's it. Now on to the next one. All right, we're on the play. We're against Burnben. Opponent is on a Urian. So I kind of feel confident with our, what do you call this? Our matchup here. So I'm going to keep the opening hand. It seems okay as well. As always, we always go for Scalding Tarn, so that they think we are Murktide. That's a Triome. Started with a Triome. We're going to go for a Triome as well. I'm kind of okay with just going back here. Say yes, go for a Growth Spiral. Main. I don't think there's anything they can do on, what do you call this, their end. They can just go Ragavan Dash, probably. But I rather prioritize our ramp against their deck. They go Ragavan Dash, then so be it. Oh, that's a Renin 6. Okay, I respect that. Okay, from there, fetch, go for a land. Yom, that's a land. So probably go for a Expressive Iteration here. That's quite nice. A lot of options here. I like going for the Dryad play. Rest down Scalding Tarn. Just play the Scalding Tarn here. Keeping our remand open. We're not really in a hurry too much because there's no point. Okay, probably go for a Titan. Okay. Oh, they just wanted to fetch some lands. It's gonna quite okay. Island, Growth Spiral. I'm doing Growth Spiral here so that I can, what do you call this? Dig deep. Here's my trade. Land drop, shock. Yes. Really am looking forward to drawing our Scape Shift anytime soon. Ice Fang Quattle, sure. Go get it. Timely Valakut would be nice. Useju. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I'm okay with searching. Oh, they got the Renin 6 thing, right? Bring back the thing. Oh, I take that 1 damage. Here's my ice. Press down. I think I want to be able to draw as much cards right now. I'm just gonna remand this. Okay, not it. Oh, that's it. Renin 6. Land drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cape shift. We win, I think. We got, this is 1, 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mountain. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's okay, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, shucks. I misclicked. 8, 9. So maybe just go the normal route. Valakut, Triome, Team Vents, Stomping Ground, Stomping Ground, Stomping Ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay, good game. To the face. Yeah, even if I misclick a little bit, I think that was good for us. Okay. Then again, we were really meant to the deck is designed for the matchup. Usually post board, it totally depends if they play Blood Moon. Sometimes they do. So for the times that they do, I usually just board out 1 lightning bolt for Eboseju. Yeah, I could just basically just say my remand would also be a Veil of Summer. It's better because they want to go the fairy route. Did I see a Ragavan? I didn't think so. So I can just what do you call this? Shave a remand, shave a Fire and Ice, shave a Renin 6. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, kind of not. Can we do better? If they go Renin 6, we're kind of screwed. Hopefully they don't have it. I don't think we could recover. What is the hand that could have effect for Renin 6? I think I'm gonna keep this. It's a safe bet. You have the land in case they go Boseiju. I mean, in case they go what do you call this? Blood Moon. We have the forest, so I'm quite confident in fetching our non-basics. Opponent mulligan to 5. Very weird. Okay, so I can just go with Scalding Tarn here. Okay. A big chunk of the reason why you keep hands such as 4 or 5 is because you have, what do you call this? You have Renin 6. Looks like they don't. That's kind of weird. Okay. So are they going to go Fire and Ice me? Another Scalding Tarn. Pass the turn. It's a Renin 6. Okay. They drew the Renin 6. That's a Ragavan. Okay. Okay. I'm going to split the damage. Fire. Hoping that we get a lightning bolt with our expressive iteration. Oof, it's not it, fam. But we did have Steve. So Dryad to hand, Fire and Ice to the bottom. I mean Steve, then Fire and Ice. We didn't get it, but unfortunate that would be the case. Okay, go. So wait for them to recover, definitely. Ren 6. Oh, okay. Oof, that's a veil. Yikes. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully, we don't get rocked in the dome. Chances are we would be. In 4, fetch for some stuff. It's going to be a fairy. Okay. Oof, okay. Take 4. And from here, maybe I can top deck a Escape Shift and win. Ephemerate. Oof. Not even cool. So they got Ephemerate too. Oof. So probably start with Growth Spiral. Yikes. Okay. Growth Spiral. Okay. Okay. If I go for a fetch land right here, I think we're gonna clean shop. Yep, that's a fetch land. Going to attack a fairy, Time Raveler. I'm gonna fetch for a land, which probably be a basic island. Put you down. Okay. Then pass my turn. Here we go. Ephemerate fizzles out, which is quite nice. I feel like they again did a very, I think it's incorrect because they should have saved Ephemerate. So it's instant speed. So don't know why they didn't do that. So we're still not out of the woods though. Lightning bolts. Definitely be bolting me. Oof. Okay. Okay, here's my expressive iteration. The counter spell for this. No, they don't. Cape Shift Renin 6. I mean, I just cast Escape Shift here, right? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's good. Renin 6 to hand. Escape Shift. So from here, blue, and then red, red, green, red. I'll probably go with Scape Shift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I right? Did I click it? Click everything? I think I did. If I click everything, 7. I'm sure I didn't click this. I'm sure I clicked green, green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Steam vents, stomping ground, stomping ground. Okay. Say no to your face. Everything to your face. Actually, there's an argument for me to just not pick out all the lands. I forgot that we're just playing 12. So if they got Boseiju here, take out one of our, what do you call this? Mountain, we're in trouble. Always yes to the trigger. Yes. Always okay. Always yes. All right. Sounds good. That was quite lovely. Truth be told, the deck really shines when they're playing against your Yun deck because they don't bring you so much pressure earlier on. As you can see, we shine around 5 to 6 turns. That's where we actually do our kill. And mostly what we do is we delay what they can deal in terms of damage to us. All right, let's look at the deck. All right, what can we say about the deck? The deck performed better than expected. There are a lot of things that we need to take account on, especially when we're playing with this type of deck. There is tricks and tricks. There are tricks that you can do when you're trying to play this deck. Note that you need to play Dryad usually on your 4th land, or the turn where you can play your 5th land, so that you can go Valakut trigger. So the ideal here is that 4 lands, Dryad into Valakut into fetch land, so they can deal 6 damage. Also note that you don't need to win with Scape Shift all the time. You can actually just go win with the normal Valakut route. Be careful with the amount of mountains that you pull. So that's why it's imperative to fetch non-mountains as well, because they're only playing 12 mountains here and there. Also, be cognizant of the fact that Renin 6 and Scape Shift has a synergy. So that means that even if you don't have the lands, say for example you have 5 lands and a Dryad into play, you can play Renin 6 for value the next turn, Scape Shift, sacrifice 4 of your lands, get a couple of like Valakuts into play, and then bring back some of those lands, maybe a fetch land, or like any of those lands into play via Renin 6. You can also have a trick where if you're looking for Boseiju and it's post board, you can actually Valakut for 2 Boseijus. One of them goes to the graveyard because of Legend Rule, and then you can Renin 6 your Boseiju. Other than that, the other thing that we want to consider is either do we want to have the 4 copies of Renin 6, the original copy of this deck plays a Explorer instead of a Renin 6. So we're actually less in terms of like ramp. We are 9 instead of 10. Something to think about. I feel like we are already set with the number of expressive iterations and Fire and Ice. I'm comfortable with 4 Remans, although people would say 4 Remans might not be the sweet spot. Lightning Bolt though, this can be argued whether or not we need 4 lightning bolts or only just 3 lightning bolts plus 1 explorer or 1 more Steve. Steve I think is a bit on the not so cool side here because we only have like 4 basic lands. To the sideboard, I feel like sideboard is pretty solid. I wouldn't change much here. 3 Chalice is where we want to be. All right, that's it. Now if you enjoyed the gameplay, subscribe to your boy and give it a thumbs up. Let me know on the comment section down below what type of deck I should be playing the next modern gameplay. That's it. See you in the next one.